Hey everyone, Jason here with another review. What's up guys? I'm here to talk about She-Hulk episode 6. But before I get started, I'm going to throw out a spoiler warning here. If you haven't seen this week's episode of She-Hulk, head on over to Disney Plus, check it out. If you already have seen it, or if spoilers don't matter to you, you've been warned. I'm going to dive into the video. I'm going to first start by saying, yeah, I'm just as disappointed as you are. But after much consideration, I realized that throwing in a major player like Daredevil into an episode right after you tease him is just a little, it's a little too on the nose. And as Jen said in episode 3 of the show, that this is not a cameo show. So for us to expect Daredevil so quickly after he was teased is a bit silly. But the episode I thought overall was pretty good. Once again, there was, the subplot, the main plot with Jen at the wedding was just both endearing and frustrating. Just the fact that, first of all, she actually wants to do something as She-Hulk, and then she can't do it as She-Hulk because her friend thinks she's going to upstage her wedding, which is ridiculous. Then Titania shows up to the wedding, trying to make Jen look crazy, but of course we all know she was there to sabotage, Jen's life. Then Jen meets a really nice guy who actually seems to like Jen for Jen, not just She-Hulk, especially after the last couple episodes kind of made it abundantly clear that the only good thing that Jen has in the dating world is being She-Hulk. So I thought that was kind of nice. Although there's some stuff that's got me a little worried that I'll get into in a second. But the subplot involving Nikki and Mallory and Mr. Immortal, David Pasquesi. I was so happy that to see David Pasquesi, just from seeing him in Book of Boba Fett. He was one of my favorite characters on the Book of Boba Fett. He was so hilarious in his dogmatic arrogance. It was definitely a lot of fun to watch. And he, just seeing him again in another, TV show, in a very recent TV show, just brought a smile to my face, especially the fact that he's a character who's immortal. So he basically, he can't die. So he gets married 8 times, and instead of just having a conversation, he just fakes his own death to get out of the marriage. Just talking about it, it's making me laugh. That's just how crazy and ridiculous of a premise that is. That's the one thing I really like about this show, is that it's not afraid to satirize the Marvel Cinematic Universe in a way that no other show or Marvel property has done before. It's got me wondering how it's got me kind of thinking this might be, Deadpool is going to be the first big R-rated MCU project, Deadpool 3, but it's kind of got me amped for how they're going to pull off the lampooning of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That'll be fun. But, this show's been a lot of fun in that respect. And just seeing Nikki and Mallory working together, that was pretty cool. That was a lot of fun. I really like Nikki. Nikki's probably one of my favorite characters on the show. She's so fun and just so energetic, and has that crazy wild energy about her that's just absolutely hilarious. Once again, I'm really getting disappointed that we're not getting these post-credit scenes, guys. 2 weeks in a row and we don't have a post-credit scene, but we did have a serious tease on what's to come towards the end of the season, and this one was pretty big. Last episode teased, the Man Without Fear. But this episode is kind of teasing some shadowy organization that wants a piece of She-Hulk. And they're doing so through this website called Intelligentsia. That was interesting to me. It's kind of like the show is getting a bit darker to me. It started out very fun, very lighthearted, and now it's turning into something a bit more serious in terms of like it's becoming more. It starts off as a lawyer comedy, but now it's turning into more of a superhero show. One thing I do worry about, though, moving forward, is that I'm afraid that the show might lose what made it so special in the first place in these final episodes. I really hope that it still keeps its light-hearted, humor. Because it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun, going on, watching this. So, still disappointed at that. But I guess, with that kind of an ending, and that's why I'm a little suspicious of this guy, Josh, just because he comes in and he's immediately into Jen and doesn't, is kind of like not really freaked out by She-Hulk either, but like, it almost seems like, they have like a live feed of her at the, either they've got somebody spying on her or Josh is in on it. I don't know. I don't like to make predictions too much because my predictions usually don't pan out. I'm usually pleasantly surprised. Sometimes I'm very close. That's a big reason why I don't normally listen to speculations or like, what's it called? Scooping on the internet. Every time somebody tells me, oh, did you know they're going to do this? I always go, no, because I won't believe it until I actually see it manifest. And that's the reason why I don't make predictions. But anyway, I think Josh is up to something. So I'm a little suspicious of that. This was a really, this was a pretty solid episode. Oh, it was also really nice to see Titania get utterly humiliated by She-Hulk at the end of the episode. That was fantastic. Titania is just one of those. I'm not a fan of bullies, and Titania is definitely a bully, and I am definitely not a fan of Titania. So seeing her get just completely and totally put on blast was a lot of fun for me. That brought a smile to my face and a little bit of a laugh. I really did like this episode. Again, a little disappointed that we didn't see a certain blind lawyer / crime fighter, but I think what I'm realizing now is that they're kind of laying the bricks for what's to come in the latter part of the season. We might not... Honestly, I don't think we'll see Matt for another episode or two at least. He probably won't appear until almost close to the finale at this point. But still going strong. Still a good show. Not one of my favorite... it's pretty much... It's pretty... David Pasquesi got him a lot of brownie points on that one. So I'm going to give this episode a 4.5 out of 5. Just because... the Mr. Immortal there's some interesting stuff that was packed into it, and the Mr. Immortal subplot was pretty entertaining. So 4.5 for me on that one. Let me know what you thought of this week's episode of She-Hulk down in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click that notification bell to get updates on all my future videos. Follow me on Twitter at callmejsumner. And we, if you want to chat it up with me about movies and TV shows, stuff like that, I'm always up for chatting about it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I really do appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.